playing music.
Oh, Tim?
It's funny, my dad, only my mom and dad get nervous about it.
Let's see, are you going to use that mic?
I can't if you want to.
Oh, or you use that one either one? You're using both.
Ready to go over here to the camera? Alex Miller, that's crazy because I remember watching him for a long time.
Yeah, I love him.
Old school.
Well, here's something you can watch. We're on live right now.
Oh, we're live right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can watch that, and that's my monitor up there. If I want to use it, I don't ever use it.
Gotcha. Cool.
I usually just turn it on the phone here. And okie dokie. Let's see here. I'm going to poke it up. Yeah, we're on. Okay.
Old school music. This is a good radio station. I really like it.
That's all we play is old school music. I tell you.
Seems like every radio station is starting to drift away from it nowadays.
Well, actually, it's still very popular across the entire country. Hey, Tim Brandsetter. You know Tim?
Yeah, I've heard the guy. He's all right.
He's out doing, about almost, we're on the same, I think, wavelength, and I'm just taking a little different approach to publicity, I guess, of it.
No, he does good. He helps me out a lot. Very grateful for the opportunity he gives me and being a good person and introduced me to the scene out there and Corbin and meeting everybody. Met a lot of good people already, so it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. It is. I was talking earlier on the radio about, that guitar was one of my we played shows in the local school system when I was in a band, and we worried that they would boo us. But,
yeah, you never know.
But they really loved it. I mean, it was sort of a bluegrass kind of a show.
Yeah.
And it had some comedy in it. And the kids all loved it. We'll have 3 breaks here in the show. And just at the end of the song, something like that, you'll know that we're going to take a break. They last about a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Gotcha. So how far does all the radio station reach out of the counties?
Well, worldwide.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we do internet broadcasting.
Okay.
Facebook also. Arnie, welcome aboard here. Let's say a couple of things here for you folks out there in the world. We want you to come in to Renfro Valley and listen to all the many, many great acts that comes into the barn dance down here. It's really not a barn dance, it's an entertainment complex these days. But they have some really, like one of the acts that's coming up, Beach Boys. I mean, wow. that's a killer act coming in here to Renfro Valley. And you guys and gals make plans early to come in and see these stars that come into Renfro Valley, because you don't want to wait till their page gets turned and they're no longer with us. These stars are among the very best, and several of them are classic, but many of you fill up those buildings down there just because you love good music, and that's what they've got here. Our guest today is Brock Burton.
Hello, how you doing?
Brock, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Your dad was here just a minute ago, and
Tim,
I looked around and I said, where did he go?
Had to kick him out, makes me nervous, But no, we came here together, a little trip, the snow.
Does he play?
Yeah, my dad does play. That's where I got introduced to music.
Well, where's his get fiddle at?
The house. He plays about everything. He can blues and bluegrass. He plays all kinds of guitar.
Well, I'll have to get after him when we leave here.
Yeah.
We'll have to get him up here. Does he sing?
He tries.
He tries. That's what I've done all my life.
That's all that matters.
Want to say hello to one of your friends down toward Corbin there, Tim Brandsetter.
Yeah. Yeah, he's helps me with music and managed me and get me some shows and introduced me to a lot of good people down there and got me, out from home a little more, from Central Kentucky where I'm from. So get me down towards this area more and meeting some really good people.
He has a little place there called the train station.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's awesome. It's really starting to pick up some speed, and some really good artists come through there, and a good community of people, support system. I've already met people that have been in the music world for years and years and years, and know all these people, and want to help. They want to help younger artists and anybody they can get off the ground, because it's hard.
It is. It is hard to get off the ground, and one of the things here that we started off with, just a tiny little bit, and we saw the need, and we saw, also that Charlie Napier once upon a time was one of those kids, and if you can give a young person a hand up and teach them to feed themselves.
Yeah.
and some of them are doing that now.
Yeah.
I think that you mentioned Alex as we came on. He comes over up to this day. Still, he's going to come back this spring. He's got a new song out, and we just really appreciate our young, talented people out there that are. For them, it's a little scary, I guess, sometimes. It was for me.
No, it's definitely nerve-wracking, for sure. Making the trip and making the commitment, just sending it and not worrying.
That's a key word you just said there, commitment.
Yeah.
That's one word. You keep that word with you the rest of your life. That's probably one of the most important words that you can have in your repertoire of being a good guy. If you got a commitment, keep it. Yeah.
It's definitely you can get a lot of doubt. Anything you do, any dream you have, or any career you want to chase, you're going to have doubts, of course. You're going to have some days you're like, man, I really want to do this, and I can do it. And other days you're like, can I do this, and am I doing the right thing? And so it's always just one of those things. You just got to keep your head down and keep your nose on the grindstone and keep grinding away at it and following what you love, because one day there's going to be a day you can't do it no more, and you're going to look back and say, should I, I wish I would have done that.
Exactly. You're a smart young man, well beyond your years. Charlie Purr, a fellow DJ, retired now, I think. Kate Fitch is watching. So,
hello, Kate.
Kate.
She's another musician.
Kate, your time is coming.
Yeah, she's really good. She's great. She's having she just got married. I think she's having a baby here soon, so congratulations.
It's looking forward to having Kate up here and enjoying. She is a very talented young woman, and looking forward to having Kate up here. So, how long have you been playing the guitar?
Well, let me think here. I guess I really started my freshman year of high school, which was 2018. Dad had played forever. My papa played forever. My papa came from Pulaski County and brought a lot of bluegrass roots back to where we are now. And I've been around it my whole life, but I never picked it up. Never had time. I played football forever. And finally, I had a guitar class, and I was like, I'll take this for fun. And ended up kind of teaching myself and learning. And during COVID, I kind of took it to a different level and started writing songs and learning the guitar.
Benefit of COVID then.
Yeah. Good thing COVID happened, because I was sitting there during class. I told my teachers I didn't have no speaker or camera on my computer, so I'd sit there all day just playing guitar while they taught. And it helped extra practice time, I guess.
Well, that's really was a wise use of your time there. And let's get into some music. Now, are you going to be featuring your music, or are you going to be featuring cover stuff?
I'll be featuring my music.
Your music? Okay. Well, each time I would like you to tell me, the name of the song, and then why did you write the song?
Okay.
I always like to know why.
Well, the first song I'm going to play is the headlining song on my EP that I released, actually almost about a year now. It's about where I'm from. I'm from Glendale, Kentucky, south of E-Town. And they ended up building a Ford plant there, a lithium battery plant, and right smack dab in the middle of the town. And there's not a lot of people there, and they're estimating 75,000 people to come in. So the town's going.
Life is going to change,
isn't it? It already has changed. They've already added a freeway and about 3 stoplights, a new ramps on the 65. And so I've seen more out-of-state people and foreign people I've ever seen. They're there now. The whole town's changed. And so I wrote this one. For a long time I was angry about it, and I wanted to write a song kind of almost in spite of the people that built it and whatever. And
so it made you a little angry?
It did make me a little angry. It kind of took it personal.
Taking away your personal private lives that you had there.
And it's kind of hard to see what it used to be like now. I see pictures and I'm like, man, I forget it looked like that. And but one day I was driving on the West Kentucky Parkway, and it came along, and it kind of more of a remembrance of the town. So this one's called Nowhere Town. It's a smoke-filled sky and a red sun. Yeah, everyone knows the roads I used to run. It's a big old green Chevrolet. Lord, I'm rolling down the road like a motorcade. They're tearing up ground in my hometown. Factory stores and distilleries. I can't see the night sky. It's done been taken up by artificial light. Oh, won't you let me go back in time, where the creek still runs and it ain't all dry. Me and my friends used to ride around. Let me say goodbye to this nowhere town. I think I've said goodbye to this nowhere town. Smoking spirits on the bank, reminiscing our last days. That old field was full of hay. Now it's full of out-of-state plates. I think I've come to the realization my son won't know what I've known. Big white oaks full of leaves, he'll just know dirty streets. Oh, won't you let me go back in time, where the creek still runs and it ain't all dry. Me and my friends used to ride around. Let me say goodbye to this nowhere town. I think I've said goodbye to this nowhere town.
You did a really good job with that song.
Thank you.
And it come across, I'm glad you told me the backdrop on it, because this is fairly new, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah. See, we got a complex coming here, 1,700 acres, and we don't know a lot yet.
Mm-hmm.
But the population, you sort of got a protest song here.
Yeah.
Reminds me back in some of the wars, Vietnam.
Well, Bob Dylan or something,
yeah. But I mean, you tell, it comes from the heart. I mean, I listened to that song and I went like, gosh, man, I mean, here's his town is gone, and it's now just not the best place in the world you want to live.
Yeah, and it's strange. When I wrote it, I mean, I was sad about it, but, it was too emotional. But playing it away from home, out on stage and stuff, it definitely hits me harder than it does just playing at home. I don't know why.
You're just telling your feelings, and I would suppose probably you must have some other friends and neighbors feeling the same way.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. It's funny. I posted the song on Facebook, forever ago, and it was cool. Everybody was posting pictures of the sky, talking about artificial light, and their houses being taken up by artificial light, and like middle of the night, this is white, from all these lights, because the plant is huge, massive. I mean, it's like I don't know, half a mile long. It's giant, and it was neat seeing the community come around and support that song, and hopefully get to go back one day and fully produce it, just not acoustic. Put some other instruments over it.
Well, and listen, I want to say this: it's got a lot of good, old, sincere, country music in it. That you're just telling the truth about a small town in America, and you did it very well.
Thank you.
Yeah, did it very well.
Thank you.
Let me take a quick couple of spots here. We'll be back in just a moment with more from this young man here, Brock Burton. Wednesday Now Burton is excited to invite you in for their daily meals or their really fast driving service. You'll be impressed. Let's see, I got Kate coming in here. Let's see, Kate, when are you coming in here? Oh, you're coming in next week.
Oh, there you go.
All right, Kate. All right.
Yeah, we ended up playing, we went to 250 Willie's in Lexington and played a little bit. That was pretty fun. It was me, her, and Connor, I guess my name. But he's good too. He's a good artist. We had a good time. We did kind of a little riders round kind of thing going on. Kind of get to know the people in there, so that was fun.
Well, and that's what what's really going on right now. And it's sort of, it's to me, since I've been into this part of it, it's become sort of a new part of country music here at this level.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these kids, I've got a couple of these young people that are moving on out. Tim says, "Hey Charlie, that young man has John Prine vibes."
Thank you. We got a song coming up that's definitely John Prine.
Okay, everybody likes John, don't they? We play some John's music along the way.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
He is.
I love listening to him.
But what you're doing right now to me is this is building a base for future Kentuckians coming on.
For sure.
Arnie, we are looking at about 217 Stars Across Kentucky. Brock Burton with us, and Brock has promised me he's going to bring his dad back.
Yeah.
and watch him play and sing. He's in the studio in here, and probably I know he probably can hear the radio in there. So
yeah, he's old school.
Well, I'm an old school. Too.
Yeah, no, I'm all for old school.
Yeah, I'm an old school. Yeah. So let's get off of the small town America, and what's next?
Well, I can play some songs. This is a new one here. I actually just finished it last night. I rewrote a verse on it, and hopefully don't mess it up. But it's a song I kind of wrote about somebody wanting to get away from themselves and looking back on mistakes they've made and wanting to forget their past life. That's what it's all about. And I didn't know where the song was going. The first two lines popped in my head one day. I was just kind of messing around, say freestyling or whatever. And I was like, man, those are really good lines. I need to follow it up. And it's probably one of my favorite songs I've written lyrically, just because I think they mean a lot to me personally, and I think they can connect with everybody. And it can tell a story for anybody else in their own way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, I do. And that's what songs do.
Yeah.
People that listen to you, I'm sure, are going to identify with some of these things and go like, well, that's sort of me too.
Mm-hmm. And there's some songs too, like some songs come straight forward at you, like the last one. You know what it's about. It's not something you go in and investigate and break it down. You know what it's about. But some songs you can take it your own way. And I like writing songs, both of them, but I want to start writing more songs that, I can take it one way and you can take it another way in your life. And it can mean something different, but, mean something.
And that's a good style of writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to do, though.
Yeah.
Definitely hard to do.
It is hard to do. It is, absolutely.
And, you can't force lines. I've learned, last night I was just trying to force, couldn't figure it out, and then finally it just kind of happened.
It just dropped down on me.
And that's the thing. There's some songs I've wrote that happen in 10 minutes. That are some of my favorite songs. And then there's one that everyone loves called "Keep Your Head Down" about car racing. And it took me 6 months. I could never get a second verse to it after the chorus. Couldn't figure it out. And finally one day I was sitting around a fire with a bunch of buddies and wrote it. And that's just the way it happens.
You like car racing?
Oh yeah, we all drag race back home. Yeah, we'll get to that here.
I know now why you're mad about that plan. They got your drag racing place.
Yeah, took my spots. But I'll play this one here. It's called "Past Life" or "Clouded Eyes." I'm not sure yet. But this is the one Tim says has a little John Prine feel to it. Honey, put my things in a shoebox and hide them under the bed. I'm
Tired of this past life, well, I wish it will be dead. 'Cause the man in the mirror wears a crooked smile, gaping wide and wide for miles. It ain't no fault but his. I stay up all night until the sunrise. Try to kill these habits before they catch me in time. And I can't run faster than light, but destiny awaits no man, especially one with clouded eyes. Lay me down to sleep, darling, this heavy crown I wear. This bed is cold and my head it hurts. Will I ever be safe and sound? You can preach to yourself about righteousness and the good Lord's grace. Talk about the good times, but you're just a dang disgrace. I stay up all night until the sunrise. Try to kill these habits before they catch me with time. And I can't run faster than light, but destiny awaits no man, especially one with clouded eyes. Take another hit, take another sip, rolling the town all blitzed. Hope the local boys don't get you tonight, 'cause you're heading to the stop sign at the edge of town where no one ever turns around with one goal in your mind. To forget this past life. Stay up all night until the sunrise. Try to kill these habits before they catch me with time. And I can't run faster than light, but destiny awaits no man, especially one with clouded eyes.
Good.
Thank you.
It all wound up together, didn't it?
Yep.
And you put your last line in last night.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's turned out pretty good.
I was looking at your guitar on all I can see is the top of the neck, and I knew it's not a Martin.
No, it's a Yamaha.
It's got a Martin look, but it's a Yamaha.
Yeah, I love this guitar. It's I get the name all the time. It's an A3R, and it's pure wood. And I ended up going to the guitar store last Christmas, and I really wanted to get a new one. And all my friends had Martins, or people I played with, and yeah. And I was stuck with this old junky Japanese guitar like Steve Earle talks about. And went in there, and my friend has her dad got an $8,000 Taylor from Colorado, and I played it before, and so I knew it kind of sounded like what it felt like. And I went in here, and this guy's like, "Man, why don't you try this guitar out? It's a nice, really good guitar." And I strummed it, played it, and I was like, "Man, this thing sounds, well, it's not as good, but it's dang close." And it's whole lot cheaper. And, so
that helps to
yeah,
as you move on up
it
the
definitely
scale,
helped.
right?
And so I told him I wasn't too crazy on taking a Yamaha, but then I was like, you know what, it's something different. And I told the guy right there I was going to buy the guitar. Came back the next day and bought it for Christmas. And so, or my birthday, but I think it's Christmas.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's the same guitar. If you know Cody Lee Meats, it's the same guitar he uses.
Yeah, Cody's been here.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a friend, and it's funny. The first time I met him, we were playing at the train station, and he had his guitar out. I was like, "Did he grab my guitar?" I said, I need to tell somebody he's got my guitar. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, a sticker, they got a thing on it. I was like, well, that's crazy. What are the odds Cody, because I've been listening to Cody forever. And I was like, what are the odds Cody has the same guitar that I have? It's funny.
Well, it sounds all good. So
yeah, no, it's great.
Those are sounding all good. And you play probably electric on that too, don't you?
Yeah, it's acoustic electric, and it hooks up really good. I've never had a problem with it, really. There's one show where a chord was kind of bad, and they thought it was my guitar, but it was a chord. But it's got a really good, a lot of control. You know, it's got a lot of, it's got volume, it's got blend, it's got all that stuff, and I like it. And I like it on top better than inside.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people have it inside. I'd rather have it on top. It's easier for me to adjust. You know, I can play a song. I don't sound like I was trying to quick and playing. You know, I put my fingers in the strings and tell everybody wait for a minute. But yeah, it's a great one. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I got it.
So, what do you do on a personal note before we go on? What do you do with your time aside from writing songs and that kind of thing?
Well, I work. I train labs for duck hunting, and I've been working there for 3 years now. And I hunt a lot. I fish a lot. Got into ginseng digging this last fall, early fall, with a buddy of mine. You wouldn't think it, but in central Kentucky, there's probably a pretty good amount of ginseng still back in the hills. And so I got into that. That was really cool. I tried to write a song about it. It's still in the works.
You have to do that. You're just a good old country boy.
Yeah, I always have a good time outside. And I'd rather be out doing something than staying in the house, you know. Especially during a snowstorm, I got pretty bored.
Yeah, one of your... excuse me, one of your admirers here said, Brock, this is Bradley, said Brock is headed toward stardom.
Thank you. I hope so. Be pretty neat.
Well, you have talent. There's no doubt about that. And you've got the knack for writing songs. That's important to do that. Got to have that knack to write those songs. And just keep, you know, what I tell all these young folks here, keep writing. Just keep writing, keep singing.
Oh, it's crazy the amount
you
of
got to
ideas.
get the bad out of you to
exactly.
do it up. You know?
The amount of ideas you go through, and some days you're like, man, can I even write a song? Like, it's sometimes I try to sit down, and it goes weeks, I can't write nothing, and then there's this one day you come about 3 or 4 ideas, and half the time I got something.
Do you jot them down when you're out somewhere?
I do. It's weird. This is sounding really bad. All right. I'll be driving, and for some reason I write the best lyrics or ideas when I'm driving. And so I have to drive them down real quick with my phone away. But I have all my ideas on my phone. I write in notepads and stuff, and there's hundreds of song names and ideas and half-written lyrics, and I've got 2,000 recordings on my phone of ideas. I'm real bad about halfway writing a song and forgetting about it. You know, there's plenty of songs probably could be some of my best songs. I need to go back and work on them still, but it's fun. I'm just always thinking of new things all the time.
Well, it's good that you got that base there. You can go back and look around and hunt, because I mean, I understand. You know, I've been in this business here for a bunch of years, and sometimes I can sit down and just knock something right out, and sometimes I'll say, I need to take this home and think about it.
Yep, it's weird how it works too, because it's just sometimes I go in there not even wanting to write a song, and it just kind of comes out. But when you're trying to write a song, you can't think of anything. And I always me and Tim were talking about this, and I was telling him, I said, the problem I have is not really a chord progression or anything. It's coming up with a melody in my head that sounds different, is unique, and it's just like everything else. It's hard because everyone's brain thinks a certain way. You know, musically, everyone's going to think their own way. It's just the way they're wired. And it's hard to get away from, you say, your comfort zone of what you think of melodies, you know. And I like to listen to a lot of artists that inspire me. I like a lot of Jason Isbell and Cole Chaney and those guys, Tyler, and listen to their songwriting, how they break songs down, and how they structure songs, because they're really like master songwriters to me. You know, their lyrics are something else, and that's something to look towards when you're trying to create a song.
And something I would encourage you to do, and I think you're already doing it. I listen to these you folks that come in here very carefully, and you want to develop your own style.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that rock is, then that's going to be rock. And when you're out there on the stage, it's not going to be Charlie or John or George or somebody else. It's going to be Brock.
Yeah, it's super important. You know, I think I have my own sound, but it's always developed. You're always growing your sound as an artist.
You are.
And it's very important to have that sound just to kind of break you away from the crowd. And but a lot of it too is how you are with people. I've met some people that weren't the nicest, and some that were super nice. And it's like I think a lot of it too is putting the extra effort in afterwards, a show or something, meeting those people, talking to them, staying hours after. You know, there's one night Corbin, which I live 3 hours away from Corbin, but I stayed there till 12 in the morning or 1, just because I want to talk to these people and get to know them, because you know they know what they're doing. It's good advice and a lot of good artists there, so it's definitely worth it. It's putting the extra work in is what gets you, I think, farther sometimes.
I think you're on something there. You do that. Keep doing that. That's one of my little tactics too.
The good one.
All right, Brown, what you got coming up? But let's take this quick break, and we'll be back here in just about a minute and a half.
The Drug Enforcement Agency, the DEA, poses a 6 out of 10 fake fish between the Never Mississippi.
It's funny, Alex. He comes to the county right next to me. I live next to the county line. He comes to LaRue County all the time. Plays this place called the Lincoln Jamboree. He's been there a bunch. You know, it's
he
cool.
he grew up playing that place over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's old school. I like it.
He came in here at 12 years old, and he was singing Hank Williams. I mean, he's definitely old school.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's broke out of that now. But you know, when he first started, and you know, I loved it. I encourage a little old school myself. I think it's good.
Yeah, I've seen where he just posted. I think he met Montgomery, or I know that one of them passed away, but I forget his name.
Troy Lee.
Yeah, it was someone in Montgomery Gentry, right?
Troy Lee. And Eddie.
Yeah.
Troy Lee passed. The one that was in the accident.
But I saw he met one of those guys, and that was pretty dang cool.
Oh yeah. Now he lives not too far from where.
Oh, where is he living in Tennessee?
He's in but Eddie, I don't know if he still lives there in the Gary and Lincoln County area.
Oh, okay.
But Lancaster, Gary County, that's where Alex is from. And it just very maybe that they, you know, that you could run into Eddie almost anywhere. You can go to the movie and gamble and run into Eddie.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Dang. I didn't know. I forgot. They're from Kentucky.
Yeah, they like car shows. I was doing a car show one day, and Eddie came up and had his baseball hat on backwards. Nobody knew who he was.
Yeah.
Until I, you know, said one word, and then that ruined it. Okay, we're back, and somebody asked me who you are. You are Brock Burton, and Brock is from near Elizabethtown. I know where Freeman Lake is very, very well. Do you know that lake was once dry?
Yeah, really. Yeah, it was because of the track at the bottom of it. I knew that. A buddy of mine is
I was doing a car show, and I told everybody, I said, we're going to be at Freeman Lake, and we're going to be right on the edge of the lake, and it's beautiful. It's a big, beautiful lake, and I pulled in there, and there wasn't a drop of water.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
I've had that happen twice. Down in Oneida, Tennessee, the lake, big, beautiful lake down there. Talked about how pretty it was.
Right.
It is beautiful. But something happened to the dam. They had to put, you know, the water out of it. And I was telling everybody how pretty that lake was. We rolled in. There was no water in the lake.
Yeah, Freeman Lake. I haven't been there in a while. I live a little bit away from there, but yeah, there's always something going on there at the park. I mean, not short of drama.
Yeah, well, when I was there, there was a lot of drama. We had old antique cars, and old classic music.
Yeah, they still do the. I don't know if the barbecue and bikes is still going on. I think they brought that back in the car show. There's always kind of car shows going on through there.
Yeah, got a good friend, Bob and Robbie Merchant. I don't know if you know those guys, but
Robbie Merchant. I know that name.
You know Robbie?
Yeah. Does he do? He does drag racing, don't he?
I think so.
I
yeah.
think I played. I
know he does. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know Robbie. Yeah, he's good buddies with my friends.
You can say hey to him. When
Yeah.
you see him up down there. Okay, what we got coming up?
Well, speaking about cars, we'll play this car song for you. It's a little drop D action. I don't know if I can find it. Oh, there she is. Plucking the wrong string. This is the one that took a while, right? This one's about a good buddy of mine, the one I'm talking about, knows Robbie. He had a 2014 Camaro, and he got it souped up and cammed up and took the heads off of it, and used to drive around where we used to go to Tennessee down there to the Rod Run at car place, and he used to race it back where I'm from. There's a straight stretch called 1375. My dad's been he raced there. I mean, it's been around forever. And one night I was like, man, I want to write a song with these guys because they really got me into music, getting out in town and starting to play out in front of people I never did. And I credit a lot of my getting started to those guys because we met in 2022 summer, my senior summer, and that's my best friends now. And so I always want about him. It's called Keep Your Head Down, and it's like a Frankenstein of a song. It's got pieces and parts coming from different songs and choruses and sounds, and they end up coming out right. So everyone likes it. Summers in rooftop howling at the moon, smoke rolling out the bathroom and beers and bottles and booze. It's a wild life he's living, and the Lord don't approve. Well, it's souped up Camaros racing down 84, and he'll bet you some money and pink slips and maybe a little bit more. Well, speed is his drug that he can't let go of. It's a wild life he's living, four highway lines and a beat-up Ford, smoke rolling out of that four-door. Open them bottles, keep them low, let your hands off and let yourself go. Playing cards in the back of letting aces fly. People on the chase, you don't compromise. V8 motor under this hood. Y'all are just young and misunderstood, but people don't get it. Riding around is so much better than sitting in town. So keep your head down and keep it low. So keep your head down and keep it low. Well, not late on 1375. An old GTO, red pinstripe, pulled up to his side. You could hear them engines running all the way on top of the hill. He put his foot to the pedal, then fell tall the thrill. Well, four highway lines and a beat-up Ford, blowing smoke out of that four-door. Open them bottles, keep them low, let your hands off and let yourself go. Playing cards in the back of letting aces fly. People on the chassis don't compromise. V8 motor under this hood. Y'all are just young and misunderstood, but people don't get it. Riding around is so much better than sitting in town. So keep your head down and keep it low. So keep your head down and keep it low.
Keep your head down.
There it is.
Yeah, that's talking about young people.
Yeah.
That's pretty much about you and your friends, and
Yeah.
maybe good advice in there. It's one of those songs you can listen to, and no matter what age you are, you can get some music.
Yeah, it's cool. there's a guy down at the train station named Will Snyder, and his dad raced cars or used to burn tires. And he's telling me in Fort Knox, because Fort Knox is in my county, and he's like, man, that took me back to doing that and with these cars. That's just so cool. And I was like, that's awesome. That song I was talking about earlier, connecting with people, connecting with him in that way, I thought was really neat. So that's the one everyone likes. That's probably one of my favorites to play. It's fun. Me and my buddy, we got the harmony we do with it on the guitar, and it sounds really cool. And that's one that's on my EP on Spotify, but it's acoustic. So that's another one I'll go back and record.
Well, speaking of which, a couple things. We burn up an hour of time here in no time. But how do people, if somebody wanted to reach you, how do they reach you? And then what platforms do you have music on?
Yeah, no, any platform. It should be on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, whatever it's on. It should just be under Brock Burton. And you can contact me on Instagram, Facebook.
Now, which song is that? I'm going to just check it out.
Keep Your Head Down, so it's called.
That's a good one. I'll make sure I play that song.
Thank you,
I do locals every Wednesday.
Okay.
I feature some people
Cool,
like you that come in here to our radio station, radio show, and keep your head down.
Yeah.
I like the title of it. It's catchy.
Thank you.
It's a good idea, too. Y'all, keep your head down.
That's all right. Keep your head down. Let's keep on going. I don't get in trouble with nobody. But yeah, you can follow me on YouTube. I have YouTube, Brock Burton Music, and you can everything Brock Burton Music's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and yeah, we're about to get in the studio here soon with Will Snyder and some friends of mine from back home that play music. There's a song which I might play today. It's called Heathenry, and it's just about being about wild nights and Cole Chaney. Watching Cole Chaney play a concert, he said we've been just doing a bunch of heathenry on the road. And that's a good song name, and I said I'm going to use that. So I ended up writing it, and that's one of the ones I want to get produced. It's real kind of old school. We've already kind of had a lick for it, and I'm more into old school stuff. I like CCR, I like old Southern rock, I like Hank, I like Willie and Waylon.
Well, I'm hoping one of these days. I've got a dear friend up in Waynesville, Ohio, that he's written dozens of songs, and he's old school and he's really good. His name's Richard Lynch. Look him up.
Richard Lynch.
And he's got a place to play.
Really?
Yeah, he does. But I'm glad to see. I'm hoping one of these days we'll see the music come back down to some old school. Not I mean, when I think of Patty Loveless, I think of some of these people that in the 70s and 80s. That's to me old school.
Right.
Not back in the 40s.
Yeah, no. Of course, like outlaw country kind of stuff I think of, and which, like I said, I love Southern rock. I love some old school rock with a little bit of country mix to it. But I think we are definitely in like a music swing of sorts. Like taste is changing, especially I think Tyler really brought that on, and Sturgill, almost like psychedelic country kind of going on. But they brought that sound kind of back, and people are wanting to do it. Zach Bryan kind of brought a different sound to the stage, and then now you got like Co Wetzel and Trio Revival, which I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they bring that kind of Southern rock back. So it's like a music revival, I call it right now.
Well, I hope you're onto something there, and I hope that the artists out there as a whole are beginning to seek and search and look for that clock to swing back the other way.
I sure hope so, because I tell you, money.
Good music.
Yeah, money rules a lot of the music now in the main industry, and it's not original. I actually ended up going to Nashville recently down there, and it's just. It's a guy told me, he said, there's something in the water in Kentucky. That's what he told me. Mm-hmm. And I thought to myself, maybe, but I think a lot of it is people in Kentucky have a lot of pride where they're from and write their own stories or stories about people they know, and they're all original. They're not fake. Nothing's fake about a person. I feel like it's from ours from Kentucky, and they take pride in that. And I think that's why people connect with our music so much more than other places around the world. It's because it's real.
What I find out from this next generation of young people coming on, such as yourself, is that you do take pride in it, and you are working hard on building, some good old solid core Kentucky music.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Let's get another song now.
All right, we'll play this one that he can. It's a rowdier one, but it's a fun one.
through them broken blinds. Still got the early morning shakes. One more cigarette, you'll be on your way. Driving a beat down Chevrolet, guitar in the back, I've got it made. Cold black rubber on the hot asphalt, smell the purple gas in the early fall. If the weed or the whiskey make me feel this way, just partaking in heathenry. Weed or the whiskey make me feel this way, just partaking in the heathenry. Can't stop running these old back roads. I'll light one up and loosen my load. These weekends, they seem to come and go. They got one dang good hold on me. Somebody hand me the whiskey. Look at yourself. Slow down for a minute and try to live your life right. Staying up late until the coyote cries. Cold black rubber on the hot asphalt, smell the purple gas in the early fall. If the weed or the whiskey make me feel this way, just partaking in heathenry. Weed or the whiskey make me feel this way, just partaking in heathenry.
There's a little fun one there, you know. It'd be fun with a full band. We played it all together before, and it's just.
Do you have a full band you play with all the time?
Well, no,
or?
working on it right now. I was actually supposed to meet some guys this past Sunday, but look what I think the weather had other plans for us.
Yeah.
So I couldn't make the trip down to Corbin. It's been a little too dangerous.
Yeah.
So hopefully soon we're going to. But I got some friends back home that have their own band. Like they're a family. They're really good. And so they fill in with me and put some music over my songs. And I think we're going to record some demos just to get an idea of what we want to go in with the studio. So, yeah, I think the 11th we're going to record some demos at home and just get kind of a sound for what we want to get in the studio going in, kind of more prepared and not waste so much time.
Well, you're of course, gaining a lot of ground just doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Working, writing, and pitching your songs here, there, and yonder. And you said you've worked some up in Lexington market there, which is a different market.
Yeah, sure.
We'll get into.
Yeah, it's a place I've always told people, everyone's like, hey, go to Nashville. And I'm like, really at home, Lexington's a place to be. I think, Tyler went through Lexington, and Chris went through Lexington for a little while. I know Sturgeon went through Lexington a little bit, and Cole went through Lexington. So it's definitely, if you do it right and you really work hard at it, I think you can get a foothold and kind of get yourself established. So if you do go to Nashville, you already have a following, and you know what you're doing. People are going to take advantage of you. And so much, you got your own sound, you know yourself. Someone's not going to change you.
Well, once you sign that bottom line,
yeah, then you're in trouble.
Then you're going to go where you're told to
go. You got to be careful, all right? Yeah. But that's one thing. I just, I'm not going to change myself for somebody. The music I write and the person I am, the person I'm going to be. I'm not going to change.
You're going to be Brock.
That's right. I'm not going to change my music for anybody else.
I like Brock. You got a good personality.
Thank
you. You're great to interview, and you got a lot of wise words that you have been using, and you don't waste a lot of chitter chatter. You get right to it.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't know my words are wise, but maybe sometimes. I don't know. I try.
Well, you had, for a young man, I've listened to you very carefully, and I'm impressed with you.
Thank you.
What's your last song you want to do?
Well, I might just do the first one I ever wrote. Well, I'll try this one actually instead. This is a song none of Tim's probably wanting to hear. It's a song I wrote about don't know if I can play it all the way through. It's a very long song. We got time for it, or
We got 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay, we'll play the other one. That one's real long. It's like a story song. But this one's the first song I ever wrote. It's called Crown of Fireball. A little cliche, but it's fun.
Well, you pop out a cold one to ease pain. Your heart's been broken by a million different ways. You met a girl downtown in South Birmingham, and you swore to yourself, never again. More times and you fell in love again. You got too attached and she left with another man. Now you're all alone in great Alabama, and you swore to yourself, never again. One shot of Fireball and 2 shots of Crown should lift your head up from it being down. Well, you wake in the morning with ache in your bones, and you lie back in bed and realize you're all alone. Well, your chest feels heavy as you start to break, and tears fill your eyes up as they roll down your face. Your own words will hurt you, son, don't make no mistake, that this love you try to find will put you in the grave. One shot of Fireball and 2 shots of Crown should lift your head up from it being down. Well, you wake in the morning with ache in your bones, and you lie back in bed and realize you're all alone. Well, you pop out a cold one, restart the day. You get on your knees and you begin to pray. Oh Lord, who art the Galilee, please restore my faith, because sometimes I feel like I've been led astray. One shot of Fireball and 2 shots of Crown should lift your head up from it being down. Well, you wake in the morning with ache in your bones, and you lie back in bed and realize you're all alone.
Brock, we are so happy to meet you and have met you and listen to you for this hour here on Stars Across Kentucky. And you have a ton of talent.
Thank you.
Ton of writing talent.
Thank you.
And, keep writing, keep singing, and we're going to be seeing you down the road again.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on here, and I had a great time.
Well, you want to come back sometime?
Oh, I'd love to. Just let me know.
Well, we will get information from you and hang on to it there. But it's been quite a pleasure. And we want to thank your dad also for coming.
Yeah.
Tim. And,
Uber driver today.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He's an Uber driver.